So I'm just sitting here looking beautifully busted, just reminiscing, getting download and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, my soul keeps crying out, "Oh, Mila," and so I'm really feeling like "Oh, Mila" is just revealing some mysteries to me. And not too long ago, I was asking myself, my higher self, my God self, God source universe, the angel, whoever was going to answer me in the spirit realm. Okay, because a lot of times when we pray or we ask questions, it is our prayer or our questions is like a ladder that connects earth to heaven, and we begin to interact, right? So anyway, that interaction began to happen when I asked a question about myself, and because I've been wondering, am I a goddess or a starseed, or am I confused because I feel like both? Do I think I'm a starseed because everybody and their mama run around here talking about I'm a starseed, I'm a starseed, I'm a starseed, right? And how many times am I going to change my name? Like, I am Omni Keys, the Oracle. Can we just keep it like that? Right? I'm just like, all of these voices are going in my head. Excuse me, Orumila. So all these voices going in my head, and they're all my voices, okay? Because there's so many aspects of ourselves. And as our consciousness begins to expand, as we become more aware of our being, of who we are, sometimes we can confuse confusion with confusion, if you know what I mean. Sometimes we can get confused, but it's not really confusion. You just have a hard time accepting the fact that you are more than one thing, and you keep trying to choose one part of yourself instead of choosing all of yourself as all of yourself comes into your awareness, right? So I'm having this struggle. I'm like Jacob wrestling God, Jacob wrestling Esau. I'm like wrestling the gods within, right? I am is God, and I am wrestling the gods within, because if you was to fraction yourself off into little demigods, right? You're still God. All of you together. All of your little demi selves are gods. So anyway, you identify different energies of yourself with the God energy of the whole God body. So I'm rambling. Let me get to the point. So yeah, I'm like asking my spiritual army, I'm asking God, I am that I am, source, any part of God that is willing to answer me, and I guess thus the possession of Orunmila. I was looking crazy today and my voice sound like a man's voice. Dude, I was looking crazy today. I feel like I was possessed by Orunmila. And when I say possession, I don't look at possession like how I was conditioned to think that is what it is. Possession to me is our own innate ability to possess self with one of our own identities, and that identity is connected to the universal energy of that identity of self. Don't ask me to repeat that. Orumila's on and popping today, okay? So please don't ask me to repeat that unless Orumila wants to repeat that, okay? So I began to get synchronicities, all right, as far as my identity. And the first synchronicity, or the first answer given to me by my universal selves, my egg bay energy, I want to say, is goddess. So first, I needed to acknowledge the fact that I was goddess. And I kept getting that goddess energy is mother. I kept hearing Gaia. I kept hearing Mother Earth, things like that, of the earth, divine feminine, the earth energy of God. I kept hearing things like that. And then I come across this in my signs and symbols book. I hope you see it because I had to literally turn the phone around. The goddess, right? A universal symbol that probably developed in many places simultaneously is that of the goddess. And I have this goddess necklace, right? And so I haven't worn that goddess necklace in a long time because my cousin said that when she wore hers, because I felt led to purchase that necklace along with purchasing one for my cousin. And that happened a while ago, and I wasn't sure why I felt so led. I didn't understand the symbolism of it. Somebody done told her that it looked like a slave on her chest, so we both put it down. We both was like, what was possessing me to have us with? But even though we both put it down, I still had word from Orunmila. I still had word from God that it was a positive thing, that even if our slaves, our ancestors, because I said our ancestors were slaves, and I said they were still gods and goddesses. So the answer came, but because I did not have confirmation, I want to go get the necklace and show you. But because I did not have confirmation, I didn't know what voices to believe when I should have believed all of the voices, regardless of the energy. You know, they say take the meat and throw away the bones. So, hey, we can put the bones to use too, right? But I didn't have to receive the energy in which they said that to my cousin. But between their energy and her energy and how she felt about it, you see that? So but after a while, I started thinking to myself, receiving her energy and their energy do look kind of like a slave. I don't want to go backwards into, the slave mentality. My ancestors want to evolve. We want to evolve. What type of energy is attached to this necklace that's going to make somebody say something like that? Whew, child. What type of, energy is attached to this? And I thought about where I got it from, and I was like, I don't even trust that energy anymore. At the time, I still, feel some type of way. So what was that person? How does that person, because where I got it from, of course, they didn't understand, blackness, right? So I was like, why would I, Anyway, so we both put it down. We stopped wearing my gift to both of us, because now I identify us as twin goddesses, right? And so I got up the next day and I wore that after I saw that symbol in the book. And I wore that. And before I left the house, I took a picture and showed her me sporting it. Like, I'm sporting it today. This is my confirmation. I finally got confirmation, honey. And she said, look at how God put it, full circle like that. And she showed me a picture of her leaving her house with it. She said, wait a minute, I'll take pictures as soon as I get ready. And then she got ready and put her goddess necklace on, okay? Because I call her golden goddess. The Orunmila in me has identified her as golden goddess, and some of us need someone else to identify us, and if it resonates, then we roll with it. And it definitely resonated with her, and she rolled with it because that was revelation. You know what I'm saying? She is a golden goddess. I don't know so much about why golden goddess. I did receive a lot of energy. I did receive a lot of download, but it's not really sticking the way I needed to stick. I think because she really needs to have that revelation come full circle to her. But right now we twin goddesses, okay? But I said if we twin goddesses, then am I golden goddess too? And then more synchronicities came, right? So I have not touched my chakra deck in a long time, my chakra oracle deck. So before I leave the house one day, all of a sudden I shuffled and this happened. First, the card. This is the card that came out. And it says Soul Star Chakra. Trust and believe I still didn't get it, okay? But I read the message, and the Orunmila energy in me said, wrote down, as within, so it is without. Wellness within equals abundance without. Soul healing is happening now, and it's given the process of soul healing and stuff like that. And I think it's very important to know that your soul needs to heal in order for enlightenment. She's holding the light in her hand, meaning she's holding her own light in her hand, controlling her light, healing her own light. Our innate ability to heal thine self and to heal thine star spirit, because our star spirit has been wounded by the body. I'm not sure if I said that right, but stuff be coming out of my mouth and I gotta trust it because I'll always get confirmation. So anyway, then after that happened, somebody says, oh, you remind me, because I told her I identify myself as an oracle. And she was like, oh, and I was telling her that I'm not comfortable identifying myself as a psychic, although the psychic ability, can fall under it. I get messages from ascended masters. I don't get, and I was identifying her and telling her that she's a little bit more psychic, because she gets mostly earthly messages. You know what I'm saying? Like, your cousin so-and-so is stabbing you in the back and you need to be careful and things like that. And see, the energy, the God energy, the ascended master energy that gives me messages never words things like that. It never, if I want to know who's stabbing you in the back, Spirit will tell me that's none of your business. All you need to do is to teach that person how to come out of negative energy and protect themselves on a spiritual level, and to ascend as masters. Your protection is to ascend. Your protection is to evolve. Your protection is to ascend and evolve into love, as the earth is moving into the fourth density of love, that balanced love, the love of God the Father and Mother, and the merging of the both yin and yang energies, right? So this is my assignment. So I'll be trying to be like everybody else, and my ascended masters be like, nah, when you tap into us, this is how we gonna give you the message. We don't give you little details like that. And if you feel like you need to tell them what color underwear they got on in order for them to listen to you, then they're not ready for you yet. Let them continue to get their messages from the psychics. Okay, don't throw your pearls to pigs, and not insulting anyone for being a pig, because we all identify with all things, because all things is God and we are God. And so we all, I know that I have my pig stages, okay, when I say I'm possessed by the pig, because sometimes we do not understand the value of something until we evolve from pig status to something, else besides a pig, something, but let's say a dog status, because dogs recognize the value of humans. Dogs are loyal to humans. Dogs love humans for the most part, right? They're loyal. Okay, and dogs are so neutral, kind of like spirit is neutral, that, a dog could be good or evil, just like a spirit could be good or evil based on how you influence that dog, raise that dog, and what you ask that dog to do to another human or another god, right? So as we evolve, yeah, and so I'm definitely I'm talking to her about how her, gift is a little bit more psychic, because she gets earthly messages. She gets messages from, earthly energy, which is also honorable and respectable. Okay, it's just a different type of energy serving the same purpose as the ascended masters. And the ascended masters is just some earthly energies that chose to ascend, but everybody can't be ascended. Okay, in order to create and keep balance, there has to be some who ascend and some who descend. Okay, And so, and then you have the peacemaker. So she was like, you remind me of my sister. She said, you're like a peacemaker, like a star, I think she said star or star seed. And I was like, here we go with the stars. And it's not, and I'm not even telling you all of the synchronicities I got when it comes to stars. I made a bracelet made of just stars. I just been attracted to stars and trying to understand the meaning of stars without making the connection until today's possession of my Orunmila God energy, right? And so was that, so she was like, and I was like, I said to her, I said, girl, you prophesying. And she was actually, even though I said she was psychic, she was actually prophesying and still, operating in what I want to say, oracle energy. For her to recognize me as a star seed, she recognizes the ascended master. She too can be used by the ascended masters, although she's a psychic, and I too can be used or influenced by, in order to give prophecy, lower energies. Lowest is not worse than higher. Lower and higher is just what it is, period. No one better than the other. It's equal, right? And so lower energies, like our ancestors and our deities and stuff like that, can also speak through me to get a message across. But me as an oracle, they have to go through my ascended masters. But for her, they don't have to go through that. They just have to come to her with the intention of love and protection that she has placed around herself. And that she, that's her stipulation, that has to be your stipulation. And also, the condition of your heart is how you will conjure up these energies or allow these energies to come in and use you for ministry. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to title this. I think I'm going to title it something like, identifying yourself when it comes to evolving or something. I want to condense it, but I just wanted to share that on my YouTube page because I thought it might help someone. And if you come across this video and you think it might help someone, it's going to love up on somebody. It's going to hug up on somebody. It's going to edify somebody, evolve somebody, transform somebody into the energy of love a little bit more each day. Okay. If you think that this video is going to love up on somebody, please share it. Please feel free to share it. Please feel free to comment anything positive below. Don't be a pig and trample on these pearls, beloved. Okay. All right. So just walk away. Okay. This is not for you. I'm not throwing these pearls in the pig pen for you. So, you stay over there until you're ready to evolve. So anyway, what else I want to invite you to do? I want to invite you to like the video, please. It helps the algorithm. And if this message needs to get some more people, then liking this video, honey, is what's going to get it there. Okay, be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. And one of the ways we are part of the solution is by promoting one another who is making a difference in the world, that's helping the world evolve into love energy. So let us support and help one another and push one another and hold each other's arms up the best that we can in small ways and big ways. And let us also appreciate those who help us and push us and encourage us without, being ungrateful because they gave $1 instead of $2, or being ungrateful because they gave us a like, but they didn't give us a comment, things like that. So let us just be in the balanced energy of love, allow that process to take place so that as the earth is moving into the energy or density of love, we can move with that same energy and not get left behind in the past energy of hell on earth. All right, pick up these pearls and rock them, beloved. Peace.